The Battle of Nagashino and Shitaragahara, Solving the Mystery of the Musket Balls. Editor Yoshiharu Kobayashi. One book is now changing how we think about history. It is not a story about famous samurai leaders. It is the story of finding the truth by using small metal balls left on a battlefield. It is a record of a long search for the truth. Nobunaga's Bullets: How a Small Piece of Metal Tells a Big Story About Japan's History. The leader of this search is the book's editor, Mr. Yoshiharu Kobayashi. He is a researcher who has studied musket balls for a very long time. Because he never gave up, he is helping us understand one of the biggest mysteries in Japan's history. The year is 1575. The place is Shitaragahara in the country of Mikawa. This is a special place. Here, more guns were fired than ever before in Japan. Our search starts with very simple work. Mr. Kobayashi and his team walked all over the large old battlefield. They found hundreds of musket balls, one by one. And for every single ball, they made a detailed record, like a chart. This work is just like a scientific investigation. First, where did they find the ball? Was the location near the enemy's camp or near their own camp? Was it near the river or was it near the famous wooden fence for stopping horses? Every location was marked on a map. Next, they recorded its size. They measured how big each ball was in units of 0.1 millimeters. They also recorded its weight and its shape. Was it crushed because it hit something? Or was it still in a perfect round shape because it was never fired? This work of collecting a lot of small data seems slow and boring. But this work is the solid base for all their research. The many dots on the map clearly show where the fighting was the heaviest. The different sizes of the balls show the differences in the guns that both armies used. Each one of these charts is the first key to waking up the memory of a fierce battle from 450 years ago. And then, the door to history is finally opened wide by the power of science. This is a new science called lead isotope ratio analysis. This may sound difficult. Simply, it is like a DNA test for metal. Every person has different DNA. In the same way, the lead metal from different mines has slightly different ingredients. This special machine can see those small differences. This means it can find out which country and which mine the lead for the musket ball came from. It can find the musket ball's hometown. The research team first tested the musket balls that they think the Takeda army used. The result was what they expected. Almost all of the lead came from mines in Japan, like the Kamioka mine in Hida or mines in Kai. They were made-in-Japan bullets. But the researchers were very surprised by the next result. When they tested the musket balls from the Oda and Tokugawa armies, they found something unbelievable. Amazingly, many of the Oda army's bullets were made from lead that came from far across the South Sea. The science proved that the lead was from the Songto mine in Siam, which is now the country of Thailand. What does this mean? At the very same time that Takeda Katsuyori was trying his best to collect lead from the few mines in his country, Oda Nobunaga was using the merchants of Sakai. He was using a global trade network to import large amounts of war materials from other countries. The Battle of Nagashino had already started long before the soldiers faced each other at Shitaragahara. It started as a big economic war. Nobunaga's eyes were not just looking at Japan, they were looking at the world. The source of his strength was his amazing ability to think globally and gather riches from around the world. Nobunaga's amazing new ideas were not just about the number of materials. The quality of his bullets showed his clever new ideas. There is an old book called Tamagoshirai no Koto. It is like a weapons development manual from the Sengoku period that explains how to make musket balls. The research team carefully read this old document word by word. In the book, they found descriptions of many amazing types of special bullets. For the characters' lines, immerse yourself in their roles and read with emotion. For example, there was the two-ball. This is a bullet made by lightly connecting two lead balls. When it is fired, it splits into two in the air. It was a special bullet made to hit many people at once, like a modern shotgun. And in the ruins of Shitaragahara, strange-shaped bullets that look like two balls stuck together have actually been found. Next, there was the board-breaking ball. This is made by mixing hard metals, like iron, into the lead. It has only one purpose: to break through the shields made of bundled bamboo or wood that the enemies held. It is what we call an armor-piercing bullet today. It was a powerful bullet for making the enemy's defense useless. And the most frightening one described was the poison ball. This says to mix deadly arsenic acid poison into the lead. This bullet, even if it only caused a small scratch, would surely kill the enemy soldier with its poison. It was a cruel weapon, like a chemical weapon. Musket balls were not just simple round pieces of lead. They were high-tech weapons developed for different purposes. The search goes even deeper into the micro world. The researchers looked at the tiny marks left on the surface of the musket balls they found. There are marks from the mold used to make the bullet. There are also marks from cutting off the part where the melted lead was poured in. These tiny marks tell us about the level of production technology at that time. The Oda Army's bullets have many marks that show they were made in a standard size and produced efficiently in large numbers. This tells us that they had an excellent production system to quickly change the rich materials they got from other countries into the final product of bullets without waste. Was what the old document said true? How powerful were they? The research team did the final test. This method is called experimental archaeology. Based on what was written in the old documents, They recreated bullets that were similar to the special bullets and actually shot them from a matchlock gun. In front of a thick shield made of bundled bamboo, they shot the board-breaking ball to see if it could go through. The fired bullets smashed the bamboo shield with amazing power. This was the moment it was proven that what was written in the documents was not just imagination. We have always imagined the Battle of Nagashino as a scene of all soldiers shooting bullets of the same quality at the same time. But the real situation may have been completely different. And when all these mysteries are solved, we can see the real meaning of that famous wooden horse fence. Until now, the horse fence was thought of as a defensive wall, just to stop the Takeda army's horsemen from charging. But that was only seeing half of what this system did. The real terror of the horse fence was that it stopped the enemy and trapped them. This made it the perfect shooting stage for the older army to use their many types of special bullets with the greatest effect. First, the front line shoots the board-breaking ball at the enemy soldiers holding shields to destroy their defense. When the enemies are in chaos and crowded together, the second line shoots the highly deadly two-ball into them. This was no longer an old-style battle. It was a smart plan to destroy the enemy army piece by piece. The victory in the Battle of Nagashino was not decided by just one tactic like the three-rank volley. It was decided by an overwhelming economic power that saw the whole world. It was decided by cutting-edge science and technology that terrified the enemy. And it was decided by a perfectly logical way of thinking that made the most of all these things. All of these together completely crushed the old style of warfare. It was a major turning point in the era. That might have been the true nature of the Battle of Nagashino. The small lead balls sleeping in the soil of Shitaragahara, if we listen to their silent voices, history can still tell us many truths.